Thanks a lot, Megan. Well, the streets of the capital have been quite active with a number of murders, armed robberies, car theft, and other issues for years. But have you ever stopped to wonder about the time it takes to process the scenes? Well, due to the nature of these incidents, we were not able to appear on an active crime scene, but the Morning Edition team stopped by the Police Training College to get a first-hand view of the scenes of crime. Take a look. Officers of the Crime Scene Investigations Unit spend countless hours every day processing the scenes of murders, armed robberies, car and house break-ins. They say their hope is to bring justice to grieving victims and their families. When ZNS News arrived at the Police Training College, we met a team of detectives collecting evidence from a mock armed robbery in which the suspect evaded police before getting out of the vehicle and fleeing the scene. Officer in charge, Inspector Gardel Roll, explained in details how crime scenes are processed.
You have to photograph, you have to document, then you have to collect and make sure that everything is properly labeled, packaged, and so forth. So it's a very, very, very in-depth process.
Rose says tampering with evidence and taking pictures on the crime scene is a paramount concern to the unit, as it could jeopardize the initial investigations.
I would strongly advise against that, and it's something we preach on a daily basis, because persons are inquisitive. It's almost like a normal human reaction to want to see what's going on at a particular scene when something has transpired. But you have to realize that the evidence, once tampered with, it paints a picture or an untrue picture to the investigators. So we would strongly advise against that, so as to ensure that justice is served as far as possible, especially to the victims. And you would assist the investigation process if you would just adhere to the rules, stay outside of the caution line or the cordon off area, and just listen to the advice of the officers.
Rose says upgrades in fingerprinting technology are a key factor in solving crimes.
A lot of persons see the primary or elementary method. You may see the fingerprint powder. A lot of persons complaining about that all the time. They tell us, oh, y'all come to black up our place or dirty up this. But there are different means that we use. They're more, they are more set up like in the office. So they would be like for more portable items that we can, we have cyanoacrylic fuming with, we call it fuming glue. It's a different process for different materials. So for different materials, we use different processing methods. So yeah, we're quite up to date with the technology.
Now, depending on the nature of the crime, it could take about 2 to 3 hours to process the scene of a crime. Rose says his team of experienced officers get the job done.
As soon as we leave a crime scene, once we would have collected fingerprints, we would take those prints and submit them into our AFIS section. Those are the persons who are responsible for identifying the latent prints. Once they're submitted, I would say it can be done anywhere from within a few hours that day.